Whoa, what's going on? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 9-month Copper Coil update. If you haven't seen my first video on this, I'll leave it in the description down below. That's where I'm going to go through all of the details of getting it inserted. This is going to be more of an update video, comparing it to how I found it 6 months on and to how I'm finding it now, which is just over 9 months on. I have had a overwhelmingly positive experience, so if you're looking for somebody to actually speak positively about the Copper Coil, then here's your place, because I know there's a lot of negative videos out there, and this is just to kind of show you that it's not all bad. So, where to begin? So yeah, watch my first video first and then come to this one second, because I'm not really going to go into the whole insertion experience in this one. I'm going to update you on things like how my skin is doing. My skin was really bad in my last video, how my mood swings have been, how my periods have been, my period pains and everything encompassing that, and how I've generally found having the Copper Coil for 9 months now. So let's start with the most burning question in everybody's brains. How are my periods? Everyone wants to know how I'm bleeding. And they're okay. They're much better than they were. Last video, my periods were really heavy. They were really heavy the first couple of months, and then even 6 months on, they were still much, much heavier than they were before getting the coil. They're still much heavier, but they've completely changed since my last video. Now my periods come on thick and fast. They come on really fast. It's like no period. And then they're really heavy for the first 3 days. The first day is the heaviest, but it's completely manageable. Like, my menstrual cup is dealing with it, just about. For the first 6 months, I was bleeding on everything. Not so much anymore, which is great, because it's really expensive to keep buying new knickers. So yeah, the first day is the heaviest. Then the second and third day is still pretty heavy, but okay. Second day usually when I get the most period pains, and they're much better than they were. Like, I rarely even need to take paracetamol with them now, so that's really good. They've definitely settled down a lot. Then I have this weird, like, 1 day gap. I've had it for the past 3 months. Yeah, for the past 3 months worth of periods now, where I've had 3 days worth of bleeding. Then I've just stopped, randomly stopped for like a day, half a day. And then the next 2 days I'll be spotting. So it's very strange. I don't know why this is happening, but the last 2 days of just me spotting don't really feel very, like, they don't feel so periody. And they're much lighter because it is just spotting. So it's not a big deal. It's just random that I keep getting this 1 day or half a day where I just stop bleeding altogether. But yeah, the periods are manageable. They're still heavy, but like I said, my menstrual cup is coping a-okay. Another thing to do with my general cycle is that now it's so weird. I'm feeling, in the middle of my cycle, I'm feeling my ovulation, which is something I've never felt before. I mean, I was on the pill for 10 years, so pretty much since I started my period, I've been on the pill, which means I haven't had an ovulation, because that's what the pill stops you doing. So it's just so strange to be feeling like some mild crampy sensations going on halfway through my cycle, and I know what it is. I know it just instinctively that it's my ovulation. It's kind of cool, I guess, to know that that's happening right there. Like, it's not painful. It's nothing like period pains, not really as intense as that. It's just a little bit of uncomfortable cramping sensation going on, and I can also feel which ovary is doing it, which is so strange. I feel so much more in tune with my body than I was when I was on the pill. It just goes to show, like, things like that I find so fascinating. I think the human body is crazy. And the fact that I can feel it doing this stuff now is really awesome. Now, if you watched the last video that I made, which will be linked down below, I was really suffering with my skin. I was on a pill that was particularly good for clearing up skin, and I did that on purpose. And so when I came off, my skin just went crazy. For me, anyway, it just was not feeling good. And I got like spots on my back, on my chest, mostly on my forehead. My forehead was just covered in these bumps. I'll show you a video. And I could not get rid of them. I waited for as long as I can, but my job relies on me kind of having good skin, and so it was really getting me down. So I went to the doctors and I got a prescription. I've made a whole video on this. I will also leave this down below, but my skin is much better now. It's completely clear thanks to the prescription that I got. So yeah, if you want to know more information about what I got, just follow the link down below and there's a whole video on it. But my skin is doing good now. I've still got more spots than I would have before going off the pill. My back especially, and I'm terrible. I pick and pick my spots until no end. Like, there's just no stopping me. So I'm finding I'm getting like little scars on my back and like my face now, but that's my own fault because I can't stop picking the spots. But thanks to this prescription, my face has generally cleared up loads. My back isn't bad. You can't see the spots. They're just like those kind of under the skin lumps. They're not even red. They're just kind of, yeah, just kind of under the skin. But it's my picking that's doing it, making it worse. But yeah, my skin has been much better since starting the prescription. I'm not sure how it would have done without the prescription because I recently ran out of it and then my skin started deteriorating like it was before. So I'm not surprised, to be honest. I think it's going to take longer than 9 months for my body to get back to how it should be. I think just hormones have been like, whoa, what's going on? This is not what we're used to. Just having my own hormones and nothing else added, I think is just going to be a shock to the system no matter what. So I was expecting some kind of situation, like some kind of problems like this, but obviously it does affect your mental health a lot, and it really gets me down, and I just focus on it a lot. So yeah, I stopped the prescription, the skin started getting worse, then I got another prescription. I'm really not wanting to be on this prescription for the rest of my life. But I don't think I will be. I think give it another couple of months and my skin will start to kind of get into the groove of how my body should be. So it's fine. I'm being patient with that. The one thing that it has affected is my mood. It's really hard to explain exactly what has changed. But all I know is that I feel like I know when it's the hormones now. I used to have like massive mood swings and I would have no idea why. And it would also be all throughout my cycle. Whereas now I still get mood swings. I think it's just normal. I think they're normal mood swings. But I know that most of the time when I'm feeling down or low, it is PMS. It's just before my cycle. And I know that now. Whereas before I could not connect the two because it was just so sporadic that there was no correlation that I could see between my periods and my mood. Now I feel like I know it's my hormones or like something to do that when I'm feeling that way. And also I can manage it more. I can know that it is hormones and they're normal, and I can kind of take a step back from it better than I used to be able to. Generally, I think my mood has been okay. It's up and down. But yeah, I think now that I've come off of the pill and it's just my own hormones, I think I'm still getting used to it, but I feel more connected to my emotions and I can kind of tell why I might be feeling a certain way, which is really good because otherwise I was just letting my emotions run wild and having no idea why I was feeling the way I was feeling, whereas now I can kind of pinpoint why a bit more, which is good. So guys, I think that's it for my update. I don't think there's anything else to tell you about right now. I will be doing more of these videos, so if you have any questions, leave them down below and I can answer them in another video. Or subscribe and you can stay tuned to when I upload new videos on this kind of Copper Coil hormone-free related topic. Feels great. I feel like I am doing a really great thing by not putting some foreign medicine into my body every single day. There's not been a day for the last 10 years before I got this coil that I haven't been putting medication into my body. And it feels so good to be able to get up in the morning and not have to worry about anything. I can just have my cup of tea and I don't need to be like setting alarms for time to take the pill. It feels great, you know, and the fact that now my periods have settled down so much that I'm not even really needing to take many painkillers during my period, that's great too. I feel a lot more natural. I feel a lot more balanced, which is good. It's so good. That's kind of what I wanted from it. And yeah, what I was really hoping for. So it's lived up to my expectations. It's been hard, some of it, like you've got to go through the shit to then come out the other side and be like, that was worth it. So I think if you're planning on getting it, just know that the first couple of months are not going to be the best, but they're also not the worst. They're really not that bad. If you want to know more about how my first couple of months were, check my last video out. It tells you everything that you need to know in that video. But for now, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I will answer anything, absolutely anything. I'm an open book. So yeah, have a lovely day and I'll speak to you later. Bye.